I'm really pleased to have you guys on to talk about your business and what you've been developing, because it's really exciting, and it's a market for obvious reasons I'm not particularly familiar with, as it'll be clear. No, it's the Afro hair care market, so clearly that's not me really. But maybe you guys could tell us a little bit about yourselves, and a bit about the app, that what you've actually developed.
Yeah, okay. I'll go first. So my name is Malindi Mwangi. I am Kenyan, Nairobi born and raised. And I initially came to the UK because I was studying basically for uni. For me, one of the things that led me to conceptualize the app was that I noticed the difference between how easy it was for me to get my hair done in Kenya versus how difficult it was for me to get my hair done in the UK. In Kenya, I was spoiled for choice. Anytime I needed to get my hair done, it's easy. There's someone down the road. If that person isn't there, there's another person just a few meters away. It's not a hassle at all. But where I am in Buckingham, for instance, there are no hair salons, black hair salons. There are no barbershops. Zacky's going to explain to you his experience.
Yeah, I think black barbershops.
Yeah, there are no black barbershops.
Right.
And I found myself not doing my hair just because I didn't have options.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense. And Zacky, what about yourself? It's similar.
Yeah, similar experiences. I mean, Malindi is the one that conceptualized the idea initially. It's her baby. She just brought to me, and we started working it together.
Yeah.
So similarly, I'm Nigerian. I grew up in Nigeria, born and raised in Nigeria. I came to the UK, specifically University of Buckingham, for school. Yes. I graduated the end of last year, and I've been working part-time while working on like businesses, like one or two businesses like this being one of the main ones. Since I finished school. So I mean, similarly, I first lived in the UK when I took a gap year some years ago, and the first place I arrived in was Kent. That's where I was going to school. I was taking a gap year in Kent.
Okay.
And now I just finished university in Buckingham. So similarly, these are two small towns, at least smaller towns. There wasn't really anywhere for me to get my hair done. When I first, typically whenever you're watching movies about America or the UK, you notice that like a lot of people are very key on, a lot of black people are key on what barbers they go to. They typically don't like going to barbers of a different race.
Okay.
And I was initially not sure if it was just a preconception or if it was a myth or if it was something that actually existed. So I asked my friends who they would go to, and they suggested, I think, a barbershop that was in Kent. And after getting my hair done, they cut it low enough, as low as I wanted, but my hairline was crooked and diagonal.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So that was the first time I kind of had a feeling that, like, okay, there is a specific, I need to be deliberate about where I get my hair cut. Because there's different skills with cutting black hair and cutting Caucasian hair or otherwise.
Yep.
So that's kind of what inspired my perspective regarding the app, at least.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, in many ways, you've done what we at 12 Ronnies mentor and teach people to do, which is to identify a problem. Mm-hmm. It's not just to go and build something. Make sure that there's a proper problem first of all, and a demand to fix that problem. So you've taken that on along the right lines. And why the name? I mean, why the name? Is it Florienta? I mean, how?
Florienta. Yeah. So well, in my entrepreneurial journey, I have been working in the hair industry for a while now. Actually, I started my first business in 2021, and I was selling Afro hair care products.
Right.
So now the brand name is Florienta, or in full, Florienta Care.
Right.
Yes. And so I was selling hair butters, which is basically like very thick oils, because Afro hair appreciates a thicker oil just because it's more prone to breakage. It dries out very easily. So thicker oils really help to lock in moisture in our kind of hair.
Yep.
That's what I was doing. I did a mini entrepreneurship course in Kenya for beauty brands specifically, and then I launched straight into doing this.
Right.
Musa is actually my middle name.
Okay. Oh, lovely.
But I don't use it much. So like if someone was to call me that, I don't think it would register that it's me.
Yeah.
So it kind of felt like, okay, I can use it for this.